We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this. Here goes Seth. The mic. 44's the mic. Woo! Shift.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
53, Mike 53. I'm coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Here goes Seth. Yeah. Watch tight end. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Hey, Seth. 31's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set. 53. Check 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, set. 53 the mic. Hey, set.
Darnold on first down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rush in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
We got 4. We got 4.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he's got a noon one. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 17, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Come on, set. 44 for Pittsburgh. 44. I'm coming. Kill. Any weapon. Turn up. Take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down now. It's Hines. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Eifert has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Yellow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now it's Hines. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second and goal, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, third and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Fant, his fourth touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Kill. Yo, lady.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We go, sack. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the pass.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now a handoff working right.
I got you, boy.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 17, Mahomes. This is the tight end fan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Yeah, the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
We're going to sack. 44 Mike. Check. Yo, lady. Let's go. Check safety. It's that.
After the interception, here's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. As the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Pick up of 44 yards on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Red 80. Check 53, Mike. 3 buzz. Let's go.
Now it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, it's Hines, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go, son. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Red 80. Yeah. Oh,
right back to him on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
Check 43. Check. Red 80.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come on, boy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. I'm here all day. Deuce. Lady. 36.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Ready, go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Hines. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. J.J. Watt. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Mike, 44. I smell fear in that offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Here we go.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mahomes going to throw. And Eifert has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Chiefs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chiefs 17. Harrison Butker to kick off.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
38-yard line.
Wait. All right, 54 Mike. Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. 10.
On second down now, it's Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
53, check 53. So don't say nothing.
And to give this time to the tailback. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Just like that. Just like that. Ready? Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And Anderson's got it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield, and they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, son. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Bandit. Bandit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chiefs.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Jets are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.